Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Darren, and just like the Assassination Rogue PTR video, I want to do a little bit of a discussion talking a little bit about Subtlety Rogues and the change to their playstyle in the next patch 7.5 on the PTR. Recently, I was able to live stream the event and got a lot of my viewers to get on, so then we can have a lot of different class combinations versing against one another to truly test out the Subtlety Rogue different playstyle that they're offering in the patch 7.5. After all the testing, after all the games, wins and losses, I would have to say that Subtlety is in such a good spot from my side of the audience. Oh man, am I happy with the changes. I am super stoked. They're doing a lot of things. First of all, I want to go with the basics. They want to take away a lot of the mobility out of Subtlety, but instead they're giving you a lot more damage, especially towards your burst-based abilities. They want to transition the specialization from having sustained damage of Shadow Strike spamming with mobility aspect added right on top of it, towards more of a premeditated, calculated, really quick, boom, 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 burst, go, get out of there playstyle, the hit and run playstyle that Subtlety is known for. A lot of the issues that came with the spec of Subtlety came with the beta of Legion. At first, the spec had amazing mobility, great burst that a lot of people expected out of it, and it was literally impossible to kill. The mobility and the burst together was just insane and really difficult to counter. So Blizzard decided because Subtlety has so much uptime on the enemy, they nerfed your burst, and eventually felt like nerfing the spec more and more was the better option, to the point where a lot of people remember just being a stun bot as a Subtlety rogue. Not a fun time of the day when your Nightblade, which is a dot, does a third of your damage, where your Shadow Strikes and Eviscerates cannot hit the target for an average amount of what, let's say, an Armor's Warrior would hit you, with his average damage not even bursting. So that wasn't all that exciting. With patch 7.5, they transitioned to less mobile, so you don't have as much uptime on the enemy, but allowing you to do a lot more burst when you do have the uptime on the enemy, bringing a little bit more of that skill required to play Subtlety. You're gonna have to be more efficient in terms of how you manage your resources, your energy, your combo points, because they took away a lot of the free combo point generating abilities like premeditation, for example, out of the game, and tagged on combo point generating aspects of some abilities into a playstyle of the game. For example, your Shadow Strike will deal more combo points in the opener and will teleport you, but only while in stealth. Outside of stealth, it will not teleport you, and outside of stealth, it will only generate 2 combo points, but it will still cost 40 energy, and you won't have as much of energy regeneration overall for the specialization to perform as well as you used to. When I say perform as well as you used to, I mean strictly when it comes to energy regeneration and energy consumption, not in terms of your playstyle and how much damage you were able to deal and your effectiveness for PvP. Overall, I think the playstyle change for Subtlety will add a little bit more skill, especially change to your Symbols of Death. Symbols of Death will literally replace your Slice and Dice, which is something you maintain. 20% damage increase, and your next Shadow Strike gets a 100% critical. Woohoo! Not too exciting because you had a talent that completely made the ability instant as soon as you activated Shadow Dance. Not that exciting, but with the changes happening to 7.5, that ability became a lot more important. Now it's a 40-second cooldown, it allows you backstab and Shadow Strike to generate a hell of a lot more combo points, and gives you Eviscerate a high chance to crit, allowing you to, or even better, incentivizing you to combo it together with your Finality, making sure Nightblade is already present on target, maybe throwing the enemy into a stun lock for 10% more damage from Prey in the Weak, and then comboing that massive burst together with your Shadow Dance available. Makes you think, how the hell are you gonna get the enemy in that kind of a situation? But that's the best part. This whole build makes you think. This whole change to the class makes you think. And I feel that something like thinking has been a little bit out of the game in Legion, especially as of recent. A lot of classes are straightforward, and Subtlety is going back to this a little bit more complex playstyle. But the best part about this, if you're really good at Subtlety and you know what you're doing and you understand, then you truly understand the specialization, then you'll define and you'll literally destroy anybody in BGs, arenas, or wherever you go. This way, we're gonna have a specialization that truly needs to be mastered, and I think it's a great change overall. Besides that, Subtlety gets a lot more damage. You don't really lose that much CC. You do have options in terms of being more of a Shadow Dance, longer duration, more Shadow Dances build where you can do CC with combo together, or you can go just straight ham burst, and hopefully Blizzard doesn't really nerf it, because you are giving up a decent amount of CC and control capabilities for a Subtlety rogue when you are not going for the straight ham burst playstyle. And that is something that I feel like overall is interesting. for Subtlety Rogues. I am super stoked, super happy to see this come to live game servers as soon as 725 hits. I am expecting to be a lot more out there in BGs and even in World PvP, doing a lot more PvP as a Subtlety Rogue, with the fact that we can crit for as high as 1,000,000 if we line up our abilities together. And I hope that Blizzard doesn't nerf it to the ground, because then that'll be pretty boring, pretty annoying, and pretty messed up when we finally get some really cool changes to the Subtlety Rogue that I feel like a lot of players were expecting. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know what you think about Subtlety Rogues in the future. I'm probably going to make a montage simply out of the burst and the damage that you're able to put out with Subtlety as literally a hype video, because how it's so difficult to not get hyped up about these awesome changes. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see all of you in the next video.